Excuse me for just a minute. Well, we're still using the little mini forge right now just because I had a small thing come up and I didn't get a chance to get everything prepared on the beast. Plus the surface for the beast is drying. I have a different surface for both the beast, which is the big 3 burner, and the new charcoal forge. I'm kind of having like set up next to each other so that I can bounce between the two when needed. So for right now, while that dries, I wanted to bring you guys forging action while I do this. And I forgot something else, so I will be right back. I have to go upstairs and, well, maybe. Now we'll be all right. I have gloves down here. I have been really busy over the weekend. One of my kids I unfortunately had to take up to the ER. They're okay. It's the adult. They just needed a ride. But we're only going to be working with these 2 hammers today. But, well, and a couple of the other ones, but those are the 2 main ones. Oh, it's just so hot. Well, I've been on. We got some steel in the forge just heating up. Yeah, it's so I can see. This actually helps me see the hot metal better. So right now, here we go. We are gloved up. We will be adjusting everything here in a moment. But yeah, we are going to make a grocery bag carrier for my mother-in-law really quick. Something not real fancy. Just gonna take some of this round bar, flatten it out, make a simple shape like that, and curl it up in the middle so that there's little hooks to hook the laundry or the bags through so that you can pick it up with one hand. And then we'll just do something simple like a cord wrapped handle or something just so that they can pick it up and they'll be good to go. But that way they keep injuring their arm and leaving bruises up and down their arm trying to carry in groceries, like stacking them up on their arms. So I'm just gonna do something nice real quick and make them something. I I do apologize. There were supposed to be videos in that coming out this weekend, but everything went to hell. We had a whole bunch of problems. As I said, and tomorrow I'll forge, but I don't know for how long. Tomorrow is Minion 3's birthday. So, I'll forge, but I'll probably be preoccupied with him. And we're going to do this in bursts so that hopefully I don't hurt my forearm too much. I do have a brace inside, but right now I am extremely hot. And I'm not planning to do this for so long, and I've been told I should be able to get away with it. So we're about to find out. Because I'm swinging lighter hammers, I should be okay. But we're going to start making some adjustments here. Kind of we'll go anvil side for a while. That's what we'll call this. And I think right now we're going to try to use the Swedish hammer first. Right now I'm just squaring off the round bar so that I can stretch all of this out and do our bends. And I think we're going to bring the German in just to give her a couple good swings. They're the same weight, so it ain't much of a difference here. Woo. I'm not supposed to be doing that. I'm supposed to be like that. That's fine. Increase the temp on the forge. So again, if you're just joining me, I'm going to be forging out a handle that basically you can put in your hand. People have seen them before. They use them for like paint cans and things, but so that someone can carry a bunch of grocery bags all at once. So I'm going to continue to square this down a little bit, and I'll get ready to flatten down one side so that I can make the curl to make the hooks to hold the bags in place. Fine, fall. So, I'm gonna move the dog head. Let's see how this beast works. As you can see, it's round down here, squaring it off. No, the new forge, I have a couple of things still drying. The table that it's on is still wet, and I did not want to run risk of anything catching fire, so I just left the little one up and running, and I had planned on that just to be on the safe side so that I could forge tonight. And I just threw a quick tank on real quick. Thought we would do this for the night, let you be able to see someone forge, because Lori is one of the reasons why this happens. They're one of the people that donate and help so much. So here we go. So yep, we're doing this, and then in the next few days we're going to be doing other projects, yes, but when the beast gets fired up. Yeah, it does. That new hammer is so much better. Both of them, actually. I'm very grateful. Out here. Yeah, those new hammers just hit so nice. They're so wonderful. It's 82. So that forge is quite hot. Probably gonna have to look and go get some Powerade when I'm done here. So as you can see, what I'm doing is preparing, because this is going to get bent, right? So that this is part of the handle to hold everything on. I've flattened this out so that I can bend that into a little bit of a hook to hold on to things. And I'm going to be honest, because of everything that happened, I didn't get a chance to dress this hammer's handle, but we're going to choke up on it because that's where I swing anyways. I can swing from here. We're going to see how this thing hits. I just want to see how it hits. So we're going to give the new just a little bit of a test. Also, because it's wonky, I'm going to switch sides. And I'm going to go with my left hand a little bit. Still a little awkward because of the handle, but she swings nice. Does hit nice. That's for sure. But I think we're going to stick to the Swede for now, just because I kind of like that one. Now what I'm going to do is bring that to the edge of the anvil, and I'm going to isolate that spot that I did to kind of flatten that out, to thin it out so that I can make my curl around. Oh, my arm does not hurt nearly like it did. By now I'd be screaming it hurt so bad. So, little set there. Bring it here. What you see me doing, where you see me rocking and slamming that in, that little notch right here, I'm resting that against the edge of the anvil and tipping it and holding pressure so that I can smooth and flatten that out. What I'm going to do is stretch that piece of metal out so that I can bend it over and it'll act the way that I need it to. But right now I'm isolating just that spot. Raven, Naishnakel, Koma, it's Koma. Koma, now. Good. So we're going to continue. I'm going to isolate that, really flatten that down and draw it out so that I can make the bend that I need to make. But it also is going to set precedence because I need to be able to get it the width that I need it to be for the hand, for the bends all the way around. So it's about to get pretty precarious here. Plus, we're going to have to cut off one side and use the tongs. So I may just isolate that down for now and then get to the other side, cut it off, use the tongs and start from there. But I'm going to have to go to the tongs here in a minute. Just because I'm going to have to isolate both sides before I make my bends. So we're going to continue to isolate that down, draw it out so I can gauge material. And we'll go from there. So once again, I'm going to find that notch with my anvil. see now that definite step in. I'm going to continue to just kind of push this out and elongate it a little bit more because it's going to bend this way actually. So I want to isolate that just a little bit more. I'm losing weight. I'm going to have to grab a belt again. I haven't had to buy a belt in years, actually. Kind of glad I've lost weight. Hi. Kind of idled for a while there. Hello. So that's going to sit and soak for a minute. Just remember, I have a license to carry small arms. Raven, come on. I actually, because of the partial androgen insensitivity syndrome, I struggle to actually lose weight because I don't metabolize things properly. So I've kind of just baselined at the same weight, which has been a little unhealthy. So I've wanted to lose weight for obvious reasons, but struggled. Well, I'm kind of cracking the code. It's slow but sure. But as an intersex person, I kind of have to listen to doctors and really pay attention all the way around. Raven, come on. Come on, Coma. I think my favorite part about the Zippo, by the way, is it's a torch. Thank you. Stupid ghosts, they get me every time. Safety meeting. I'm in Michigan. That's the easiest answer. I was practicing safe hammering. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Safe forging? I would if I were you. Glad your friend's doing good though, Lori. That was a good message to get. Yes, born and raised. It's where I've been my entire life. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. We won't have much longer on this side. I'm going to try to stretch that out a little bit more, and then we're going to be done on that. I'm going to have to gauge how much I want for handle and the nub and go from there. So we're going to try to take about that much off. I can always cut off excess. That's what matters. So darn ghosts. Are you referring to the hammer, or are you referring to the metal? The metal I'm going to coat with oil, and it may have a blackish hue to it when I'm done, yes, but it can always be painted. That's the beauty part. Well, so that I can cut off and isolate what I need, I'm going to bend this around, at least part of the way, so that it clears and I can get the rest of this in the forge. Looks like we're going to do this a little bit of a wonky way. A little bit. Bex is making something that I'm actually kind of geeked for in the house, and like there's no expectations or anything like that, but I haven't had it in a while, a long time. Stuffed cabbage. I have family from like that area, like my dad, ancestry Ukrainian and stuff like that, so I grew up eating a lot of foods like that. I've talked about it before, and Bex decided to make some stuffed cabbage tonight, so I mean, that's not what it's called over there, but that's the easiest way to say it here. People know what I'm talking about. And there we go. Whoop. Rotate that around. That way I can get to the backside material and isolate what I want. Thought I was going to sneeze. Oh. One of the things Bex makes, because the family that adopted them, the man, he's from Hungary. He's a refugee from Hungary from 1950. And he came over here when he was 8. Anyway, Hungarian goulash. That's in the house. That's on the list to be made next week or the week after. And yes, there's a difference between Hungarian goulash and like traditional goulash that most people would eat. American goulash is entirely different than the way it is over there. Over there, it's like a red stew. Yep. I like to make Swedish meatballs. That's my specialty. Some Swedish meatballs with some lingonberry jam. Take and make like your roll or whatever it is you're gonna make. Put the lingonberry jam on it, and then take your Swedish meatball. Oh, so nice. Yep. One of the fire bricks fell out while it was red hot, so I just had to move it. Yep, I'm making something. Right now what you're seeing me doing is I'm making an isolation so that I actually am using the side of my anvil, because I have not actually went through and done the edge so that it's not sharp on purpose right now, because I don't have a cutter, and I'm using the side of my anvil for that purpose as a cutter. Something you really should not do, but in a pinch, it's a good improv if you know what you're doing. A lot of smiths end up doing it when they're doing it. It is a hook that you can hold in your hand. It's just basically like rounded like this. You hold it in your hand and you hook your grocery bags to it so that you can carry it into the house easier. It's for people that have a problem with their grip. It also makes it easier to carry a whole bunch of bags in at once, because you can strap them to this hook and then pick it up with one hand. They're there. Voila. Alrighty. Now comes the fun part. using the dirt as a heat sink. So hot, but right now it's taken care of, and that's what matters. Alrighty. That was more challenging than it should be. Because actually here in a minute, I'm probably going to discover that I'm going to have to straighten that bent out piece again so that I can gauge better, but I could be wrong. I might be able to isolate it from here. I'm skilled. Not. I've only been doing this since I was 5. I should be able to do this no problem, right? I literally just shocked myself, everybody. I was able to do that. I guess I should have had faith in me, huh? Anything that someone will find useful. Legitimately, that is the real answer. Hey. I just like helping other people and making things for people. It's actually the truth. change the hammerhead for a minute. Legitimately, I need to adjust something on the hammer. Or I need to adjust my hammer. Swing a different one for a minute. Not for like my arm's sake or anything. It's just the shape of that one's face versus the shape of the other one. It has a different impact point, so it moves metal differently. So the next step is to continue that isolation so that I can draw that out, so that I can make that other bend. And then it'll look like the handle section in the center isn't as big as it should be, but that's okay. Yep. So I did make a little bit of an oops, and that's okay. Like that. So I had done the isolation on the wrong side. The isolation I had done initially here, I needed to do it on this side so that I could bend it around and draw that out more. The next two steps are going to be to finish drawing this out so that we can do the same thing on this side. We're going to add the bend here, and then I'm going to take the peen side of the Swedish hammer, which is the other hammer I've been using, and we are going to kind of stretch out this handle a little bit wider and elongate it just a little bit more so we can slap handle scales on this and someone can have a better grip. I can't believe I isolated it on the wrong side. Simple fix, but that could have been catastrophic. I cannot believe I isolated on the wrong way. Yep, I started learning when I was 5 years old. My grandfather is the one that started to teach me. He learned from his dad. It's just been kind of handed down. Now I'm starting to regret not grabbing that brace. I didn't think I was going to be here this long. It's alright, because even if it does, all I got to do is put the brace on. It'll support it. I've got a nagging injury on my forearm right now from hammering. Hopefully this will help actually, because these hammers are lighter and designed for what I need them to be, because I have an amazing benefactor who apparently really likes my work. And that's okay. I really like them. They're nice people. I'm gonna start recording this sound. I should record the sound of me just hammering one day. Make it like someone's ringtone. Just start doing Mika's voice out of nowhere while forging. So everybody, do you see this? We're just gonna be pounding. That's right, you hear the ring-a-ring-a. Little anvil making the noise now. Funny as hell. Instead of Ernest scared stupid, we have Mika goes forging. Have Katya explain the finer points to hammering. So, what you need to do when you're trying to fix anything with hammer is make sure you make beautiful music on your anvil, you know? out beautiful music. Your anvil will not sing. Your anvil will not sing. Nothing come out right, you know? So there we go, everybody. Apparently Mika is like my romantic goofy one that I talk to Bex with. Katya apparently is my blacksmith. It's okay, my lispy voice is my hairdresser. And yet I'm sane. As I can be, considering everything I've been through. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. All right. Well, it is warm. What you want to do is not touch with hand burn problem, big problem. So you need to make sure you have tongs and glove. Without glove, you will not want to grab. Too hot, very, very hard. Hurt hand, not good. That's why I put on hand cover, glove. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. Jesus. Hand cover. Switchback hammer, different hammer. We go back to Sweden. Okay, everybody see how I swing hammer? Hammer fix everything. So I'm going to switch over. This hammer has a different face to it again, so it's going to be smoother. It's 80 degrees outside right now. The forge itself is probably 25. I'm melting fire brick in the back. It's part of the reason why I have the new Beastie forge that is actually in the process of finishing. So it's not high carbon steel. That's part of the reason why I can hit it while it's so cold. It's just mild steel, so I can, and you can still planish things when they're cold. You just don't want to swing for the fences and try to hit it like you're trying to move the metal. Like that's bad. That's when they say don't hit it. But as someone who does like a lot of artisan smith work, there's a lot of times where we do something, it's called planishing. It's just where you strike and you kind of, even out the surfaces, kind of smooth them out, make them a little more uniform, kind of remove that gnarly, nasty texture. And the best way to do that is while the steel is like right around like a couple 100 degrees, sometimes even cold, because you can kind of work it out a little bit. And as long as you're not like swinging for the fences, oh my goodness. Oh, I thought I was going to sneeze again. Sorry about that. As long as you're not swinging for the fences and you're just simply trying to planish it, like smooth it out, you're not too bad. Also, fun factoid, you can actually hit cold metal until it glows red hot with a hammer against an anvil. It actually is entirely possible. In Japan, that's how they used to light the forges all the time. They would actually take a piece of like flat stock like this, and like this end's flat, they'd just sit there and keep working it until it started to glow. Okay. No, I do quench, like, there are times, like, if you're, okay, to quench to harden is only when you're making a blade or something that requires a hard edge. We quench hammers, like our punches, our drifts, anything that you need to retain its rigidity and actually outlast and be able to do something, right? You want to harden it, but you also temper it. So you quench and then you kind of draw back the hardness so it's not quite as hard, so it doesn't break. It's a little more durable. Mild steel like this, the only reason I put it in anything would be water, and it's not so much to harden it as it is to just cool it off so I can touch it. Because mild steel, it'll get kind of hard, like not like really, really, really holding edge hard, but it will kind of tighten up, but not like a blade. So now, I know it looks a little wonky, trust me, I'm going to heat up this area and we're going to draw this out a little wider and a little longer. That isolation point, we're going to use this side of the hammer now, and it's going to just barely ding it, and it'll start spreading that metal out in like an isolated point. think you guys are really gonna like this part. This is one of the first times I've really ever done heavy fullering in front of you. Knives do this a lot, but so do farriers. Farriers end up using fullers a lot in fullering tools, which is what that technically is. The peen side is just designed as like a fuller to stretch and isolate material. So what I'm going to do is turn the piece like this and strike you'll see it's starting to spread that material out. It's because I'm hitting it this way and it causes that stretch. So that downward angle hitting the metal, so like if this is that piece, I'm hitting it this way, and that's going to cause it to spread out this way, and then I turn it this way and I hit this way, and it'll stretch it lengthways a little bit, and we're going to kind of play with it and manipulate it that way just a little bit, isolating that part out so that we can make a spot to grab, so that we have a handle, and so that we get the length that we need so we can complete that bend a little bit more. But yeah, this is pretty much set, and it's pretty easy on how to use. I'll show you when I'm done. Thank you. Always happy to be doing what I love. The glasses, the sunglasses, are actually for work too, for this, so I can see the metal better. It cuts down on the light for me, and I can actually see it better. So, isolate. Once again, we're going to turn it just like this. Oh, this is my happy place. It is. Woo! Tongs were still a little too warm at the tip. Uh-oh. So, now, I know that this piece is twisting off into no man's land. I want it to, so that it clears out of my way and I can do what I'm doing. Not many, actually. I'm usually pretty cautious. Usually. There we go. little piece that's kind of tweaking out of nowhere, that arm, it's okay. I kind of want it to. I got to get it out of my way so that I can push this out a little bit more. Most people think that I'm a very hands-on person and like I would shove you out of the way while I'm teaching you if you don't get it right. I'm actually one of those people that when I teach you, I'll like keep talking to you, like I won't walk away from you, but I will not touch anything you're working on. That's not how you learn. At least that's not how I learn. I learn by doing. Okay, I'm going to go to the back side of my anvil here because I have a flatter horn. And I can do this. Wow, that's ringy. Man, is that ringy. Hi, B-Bear. I'm sorry. You walked out and I was hammering, so I was busy.
I might need another one of these.
That's okay. I'm probably going to need something because I'm sweating my ass off. But you walked out and I was busy, so allow me. B-Bear! There. I had to get that out.
We have 2 each because there's 10 late. I was going to do 12. I think I made a couple of them a bit bigger than I meant to, but that's okay.
Yeah, it is. Stuffed cabbage. Sounds so delicious. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Okay. Yeah, friggin' thing. What did I tell you? Get where I told you. Not needed at all. Bex came out. My day is complete. I'm forging, and I have Bex. What else do I need? So I'm actually going to need to grab the other set of tongs for this next step. I'm going to need both of them, actually. One of the things I'm going to do is here in front of you, grab, isolate like that, and bend. Now that that's done, I can start straightening it out on the anvil. But I needed to get that initial bend in, and the best way to do it is with a pair of tongs holding on to it like I did. You'll see the next steps. This is cool. It always is a perfect day. Be Bear and a forge. The only thing that would be better is ghosts. And technically when Be Bear comes out, so do the ghosts. Alrighty, so we're gonna come here. We're gonna do that.
Raven, don't dig a hole in the yard. Propane.
So I need a different bending thing. The horn, I had to straighten it. I didn't bend the way I wanted to with the tongs. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Release. Propane. Yeah, I know. I was a little too far away. So that bend was a little more extreme than I wanted it to be. So I straightened it back out over the horn as I said I was going to. Now I'm going to pull it out here in a minute, and using these, I'm going to do the bend that I want to do here in a second. I'm just going to, I didn't want to have to take this, my touch mark off of these, but I had to. And I'm going to have to use these. That's okay though. Cool. Here we go. Perfect. Release. So we're walking it this way, and I'm going to grab and isolate right here. And then tongs are going to go here. Perfect. There we go. And that's what I was after. No, it's so not. This is something for someone to use to carry in groceries. You hook this is the handle, you hook your grocery bags here and on this side, and it helps you carry a bunch in at one time. So we're going to just further this inward a little bit more, and then we'll finish that around. So I'm actually going to just cheat, use the tongs real quick, do this, come inward. Do that.
startled me. I was looking down.
Okay. I'll deal with it, I guess. One second. Just did the bend a little bit more. I was just off camera. Now that that bend is in, I'm going to work the other side around the rest of the way. Actually, hold on. There we go. Oh my goodness. I promise I did that for a reason. Now that that side's bent to the extreme that it is around, it's going to be easier to do what I'm trying to do. I also think I'm going to have to knock that other, you know what? So I'm going to knock this one a little bit out of alignment so that they're not perfectly together, so that I can finish this one out. Here we go. So once that's heated up, I'm just going to grab this other set of tongs really quick and just tweak that piece out of alignment enough to where I can square up the back side of this a little bit, straighten it out more, and finish that side off, and we'll be good to go. I'm going to put my touch mark in it, and then it's on to fit and finish, which means me putting a little handle on it and everything else. Okay. So we're hot. Come on. Have a hold of it. Just offsetting it so that I can work on this one. I need help. No, I don't.
I was trying to not rush over to you to not be unhelpful.
Oh. No, but it looks like it. It is not a flint striker. This doesn't have enough carbon in it to do that. This is actually something that looks very similar, but it's to help carry in grocery bags for somebody who has like a hard time. In that, they can hook the bags onto those on either side and lift it up and carry it. It's actually an idea that people have done from paint cans, actually. Yeah. They're actually, it's one of the easiest things to make too. I make little mini ones for keychains for people that fit on like these two knuckles, and you can, like that, for a flint striker. Hooks on your little keychain, you can use it to like knock on doors, throw sparks, whatever you want. You too. parts in. See if I can do this with the Swedish hammer. I may have to switch over to the German, but we're about to find out.
Go see if the paint. Always the fun part. Go. Now comes the fun parts. Adjustments. We got a touch marking. Raven! It's my dog before anybody asks. They're just barking. Pull it out. So we're just in the final couple of stages here. This is something that someone, I can feel it. I can actually start to, it's not as bad as it was. Like normally by now my forearm would be screaming at me
right now I'm starting to feel that I'm glad that this is pretty much done. But we're gonna just clean up that last bit right there on that one side that you saw me working on. Once that's done, I'll touch mark it, and this is done. You just take this and you hold on to that handle side and you loop your grocery bags through this side, loop your grocery bags through that side, and you just pick it up and carry it all in one shot. There we go. Grocery bags going through here, loop here, here. Hold on to this part, and you carry it. Put the touch marks in, we're good to go. Clean up that little bit. All right. That goes in there. Whoop, wrong one. That comes out. We'll hit it with my touch mark, straighten it out, and it'll be good to go. So there is my touch mark right there. I even have a small one right there. But this, good to go. Let that sit here for a minute. Cool off on the handle. So, forge is off now. We are set and ready to go. That was fun. Woo! Take the clips off. Not quite there yet. We're not quite there yet. You guys should see this here. I'm going to do this. This is why I'm glad that new forge is here. You ready? Let me do that. Can you see that? That's the fire brick pretty much liquefied in the background. That's how hot I got that thing going. I'm really good at making efficient forges and fires. But yeah, that in the background is the fire brick itself. That used to be up on either side. It collapsed in on itself. The other thing, Lori, that they, I wish they would have done with the bigger forge, the big 3-burner, and I didn't catch it until last night when I was putting some of the final touches on it. There are 2 holes on either side, or there's holes on the side where other burners could go in if you wanted to, that I'm going to have to find a way to block off. Or I had to find a way to block off, not have to find a way. Had to find a way to block off last night, which is nobody's fault. Legitimately, it's nobody's fault. I think it was there in case somebody wanted to weld and put the 2 burners on one side and a 3-burner on the other, so that if you wanted to swap between the 2 different burners, you could. But they left the holes pre-cut, so that can happen. But I just filled them in. That way, when I have this during wintertime, when I'm inside the shop now, because I've boosted the internet signal, and we may test how far that way I can go, because I have the mesh system now in my house. So like it's its own server system and everything. Anyway, hopefully that'll allow me the ability to go into the shop, and you guys, right now I lose internet out in the shop on this, and this doesn't have data because it's just the phone I go live on TikTok for. I don't care. But yeah, I had to plug those holes, because if it's in there, I don't want it shooting fire out the side. That would be bad. Out the top side, that would be bad. Inside a wooden structure. Last time I knew, that's how we have a fire. So what I'm doing is I'm going to just, or what I did is I mix up a batch of what you had got, the refractory, even though I don't need to use refractory in it, you can still. And I took some old blanket that I had, a fireproof blanket. I slid a piece of sheet metal down between it and feathered in that and worked it in so that it would act as a buffer. And I'm going to put the final coating of refractory inside of it tonight. As a matter of fact, that's probably what I'll do here in just a minute, is just mix up a big batch of it so that I can just pour it straight in and call it a day for the evening time. But that way it plugs those holes up and I don't have it shooting flames out the side. But when I'm done here, I'll grind on that a little bit, clean it up so that I can slap some handles on it. Tomorrow, I'll even wait. I'll get some simple everyday handle material, and we'll make that functional tomorrow. Maybe. I might do that, or we might make a tool for the ghost calling honey, for anybody that's used to the code that we use in my life and what ghosts mean. I might make a tool for anybody wants one of those, by the way? Anybody? Those are $25 a piece, and I can make one and send it to you. If you know anybody who's elderly or has trouble with their hands, these things are perfect. You know, I'm thinking I might do a leather wrap. If I had some leather, I could. I don't have any leather like that. Like, I'd need leather lacing, and I don't have any leather lacing. I'd have to go to the store. But paracord, I do have paracord. That's always an option, because what I can do with the paracord is actually put a layer of epoxy down, and actually as I wrap it with the epoxy on it, as I keep wrapping it, I can actually turn that into like a hardened piece of handle material. with the epoxy, but it might work. But it'll get sanded, cleaned up. I'll probably heat it up a little bit with a torch, just enough to get it warm, and put some mineral oil on that after I've sanded on it and stuff, just to protect it, keep it from rusting. And if I want to paint it, anybody wants to paint it like that, I mean, I can. But yep. I don't know how cool it is to the touch. Let me set my clips down. Still pretty warm. It's cooling off, but still pretty warm. But yeah, as I said, you saw how it was designed. Those little underhooks, they go in. You just feed your bags on this side, feed your bags on this side, and your hand goes in the center, and you can just carry it in. Makes it a lot easier to carry in your groceries or anything with bags with handles on it. I got the idea initially from paint cans, because there's these things that people use for paint cans that are similar to this, to carry a bunch of paint cans all at once. And we used to use, I used to work for a moving company, and that moving company would have tools like that too, to where you could hook a whole bunch of things together and carry it out all at once. And I got the idea to make a smaller version of it for at home, so that people that would want to carry like their groceries in would have that. Like if you've had a stroke, if you have dexterity issues, like you have hand dexterity issues, if you bruise easily, a lot of people I know can't have the bags up and down their forearm because the weight of the bag itself will bruise their arm as they get up there in age. So this is something that you can actually, they can leave in their car if they want, in the trunk or whatever. They just hook their bags to it, pick it up, walk it in the house, unhook it all, and you're good to go. You just bring it wherever you go.
We've got a little bit longer.
Okay.
Just a little bit. I want to give it like 15 more minutes, because it didn't really get to like a rolling boil.
It would. These would make really nice Christmas gifts. I think Beck's...
You can't ask me.
No. You were always talking about, this is one of the, you know how we talk about mobility aids and stuff like that?
Yeah.
This is just the idea that had spawned. I'd seen people do it, and we used them at Greater Michigan Movers all the time to carry, as I just whacked my glasses.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, a bunch of things at once. And if you have someone who's elderly or...
Yeah.
It's a lot easier for them to clean. So yeah, it would be a good Christmas idea. Like you have somebody out there, or you just have a single mom. Believe it or not, if you're a single mom, I don't know how many times. Bex and I have been married for 20 years. And there have been times like where I would go to the store, Bex would be at work or something like that. I would go to do something, and I'm with all of our kids trying to carry a whole bunch of stuff in. Right? And there's only so much the little kids can carry. And that's like several trips back and forth. The same thing with Bex. There's been times where I'd been at work, Bex would go to the store or whatever, or, have a hard time carrying that in. If you're a single parent, it's a wonderful thing. You can carry your car seat on this side, hook all your grocery bags on the other side, and there you go. You can actually use that tool, because then you're not like, it's not a fight of, do I take the baby inside and I leave the baby inside? Like that, I can just simply get out of the car, grab one of these, hook my bags to it while I have the car seat, walk inside with my groceries and my baby in the other arm, and then I'm not leaving anybody unattended or anything unattended.
I'm excited, actually. I've never made this before, so I'm really excited.
It smells good from here, and as someone who grew up eating it, I'm excited. So.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised she did not make it, because this is so popular in Hungary and Romania and like, what do you mean?
But yeah, I'm sitting here and all I can do is smell it out here. And like as I'm working, that's all I'm smelling. And I actually commented a few times that I was excited for dinner
Oh,
just because I could smell it.
I am excited for it because I've never had before, and this is actually, I may be indigenous, but since learning about my own heritage and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you have relatives from that side too. You-
yeah, well, yes.
You're not entirely native, and you knew that.
Yeah, I knew that. But I didn't know. You know what? My adoptive parents never knew is that my biological family has Hungarian and like Romanian heritage, like ethnicity, ancestry.
That's the word you're thinking of.
Yeah.
And yeah,
so-
smelling it out here just to like maybe I don't know, like assage your mind or whatever.
It does a little because I said, I've never made it.
Grandma Moore. This is a popular dish on my dad's side of the family.
And I just did what I did is I would just take a handful of hamburger and just put it on the leaf and then
It is all you do actually.
I know, but like it doesn't really tell you. The best advice they give you is don't overstuff the leaves.
So you take
A few
cabbage
of them
leaves
are.
that you have boiled so that they release off the head into one sheet, like into sheets. And then
Yep.
you stuff the meat with rice and stuff in it. There's more ingredients to it,
I
but
took ground turkey, and it's only a pound of ground turkey. Now some people saute the onion that they dice up, but I diced up a yellow onion, just one large yellow onion, grated a medium-sized carrot, and then rice, a cup of rice, and an egg just to help with
Bind.
binding. Your seasonings.
excuse me.
Yep, and then I let it refrigerate for a few hours.
That
at
lets
least
it
up to an hour.
soak in all of that marinade and flavor like you're supposed to. It's good to do this 24 hours just so everyone
But yeah,
knows.
exactly like you said. I took the head of cabbage after you cored it, and then I put it in there and rotated it. And while I was rotating it out, it peeled leaves off of the cabbage. And then I just now when you take the cabbage leaves off after you've blanched them, because that's what you've basically done, you don't just immediately start stuffing. You want to actually take out the stem. Just take one of your knives and cut it out real quick. It's super easy.
That real thick veiny part.
Yep, just the
that
vein.
thick part.
Yep,
you cut that
vein.
out.
The thickest part of it, and then you just one corner of it, just plop
And
in
then
some-
you put your filling in the center of it, like the way my grandmother did this. It does not matter. There's a billion techniques for this.
put
but-
your filling in.
You have your cabbage leaf. You put your filling in the center, kind of like she always made it like sausage, like a thin tube kind of a thing, or like a round tube,
Yep,
like
and
my
then you
finger.
Just roll it.
You put it there, you fold the sides up, you bring the top in, and then you roll it across, and you tuck in the ends so that it stays tight and it'll stay held together. And then it's cooked.
Some of them might fall apart, but like,
Then it's cooked in a big pot, like a Dutch oven. If you are in like the Balkans region where this dish would be from, as a matter of fact, anybody that watches
I'm gonna go check.
Balkan Dad, who's on TikTok, he's actually Balkan in descent, but his accent's purposely anyway. It's a dish that he's had on there before. It's a very prevalent dish in the Balkan regions, but over in where he's from, which would be Czech, I believe he's Czech, they did it was the exact way that I described it, same rolling technique, but you put smoked pork bones in the center and you line those so that it just stacks up the rolls all the way up the side of the Dutch oven. And then you put your broth that it's going to sit in and cook in and stuff like that. You put your, which is tomato based with paprika, and put it all into a Dutch oven, and then it cooks away for a few hours. You pull it out, and you have these rolled up chunks of cabbage that are about yay big around, about like that. Cut it knife fork, good to go. Serve it with mashed potatoes. It's fucking delicious as shit. We're warm. So, yep. For everyone, $25. This goes here into your hand. And then, like I said, before you do that, you just simply hook grocery bags through here. It's cabbage rolls. That's what we're having for dinner. So everything goes in here, and I'm going to smooth up all of these corners so that it doesn't cut the bag or anything, and it's going to be all rounded over. And of course, you can do that to the other side. You grab onto it like this, and you can just walk right into your house like a suitcase, and you just put your bags on it. And the little curly cues here keep the bags from sliding that way when you're walking. It helps keep them from sliding off. But I'll take it over to my sander tomorrow, and we'll clean up all of this, and I'll file all of these corners and edges smooth. And there you go. Do you want to take a look at it? It's cool to the touch now.
Yeah, no, I like it.
There you go. Nifty little thing there.
Oh, I can't wait to finally
There it
be
is.
able to do dab.
I'm so in trouble.
Huh? Why are you going to be in trouble? Why are
Did
you
y'all
gonna
see
be in
how
trouble?
that fast that happened too? I was good with my arm. I didn't grab the brace because I thought I was going to be all right swinging because I wasn't planning to do that much. And I was fine. At the end, just before I was done, my forearm started to hurt. Now I can't extend my arm. I'm not in trouble. Like, it's not a bad thing, like no hospital or anything like that. It's not that kind of trouble. It's just
I thought
doing...
you were getting ready to tell me you burnt yourself or something.
No,
like you have a tendency to do.
no.
And
Doing
sit there and be like,
this,
I won't say
I'll turn my
anything."
arm so you guys can see. It's kind of locking up right about there. It's not wanting to straighten the rest of the way. So this is funny. I'm a catcher, not a pitcher in baseball. Like I was a catcher for years. I will wear the damn brace. Bex is, I know, going to tell me the same thing. Actually, Bex is going to tell me that I should have went upstairs and done it anyways.
Uh-huh.
And that I was dumb for even thinking that
I'm not going to call you names.
well, like, it was dumb of me to think that I could just gut it out. It was obtuse of me.
Well, the actions and choice, maybe.
The good news is, though, I've never thought I'd be like a baseball player where I would have to like wrap my elbow and forearm like they do right after games and stuff like that to keep it warm so that it wouldn't do this. But that's kind of where I'm at. Like, my whole arm is starting to tell me I'm an idiot. The funny part is the other hammer, the one that I need to do the handle work to, didn't hurt my left arm nearly as much as my right arm. I'll have to probably forge more with the other hand, I guess. But I think I'm going to have to go figure out very nicely, or I'm going to have to get drinks, because I'm pretty positive that I'm dehydrated. Because I started at the time I started, and I know what time it is now, and guess what I still don't need to do after drinking all of this? I don't even have the feeling like I need to.
I need a huge ass glob of honey. That's not happening.
That's okay. I like Powerade anyways. Actually, I still have some powdered element in the house too. If I needed to, I could just switch to that. That would work. I don't necessarily have to go get anything else. I have an electrolyte powder, I think, in the house. I still think I have one. But Bex would like a different drink, so maybe I'll go get Bex a drink. Although I'm contemplating the shower. I feel a little sweaty.
After dinner?
After dinner shower? Is that what you're telling me?
You should shower after dinner. You should eat first.
Well, the problem that I'm going to have that I will tell you too is Minion may be out of work early too, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm getting bit up by mosquitoes.
Yeah.
I need to go get something for that. I think I still have a couple of dollars in my wallet, and Powerade is only like $1.39 a bottle. I'll just grab a
Sweet.
couple. It's not that big of a deal. And I think I have enough to get Bex a fountain. I should be fine. If not, Bex may. You never know.
I have a couple bucks on my card, I think, that I could get a fountain with, so.
There we go.
Actually, if we haven't used my card, then I definitely do.
Yeah, then we definitely do, because I haven't, no. So, I will sign off from here, everybody. And I will go take care of myself so I stop getting in trouble. Y'all have a wonderful day. We will see you all tomorrow.